Okay, this is day 200, part 6. Some folks who watch the series want kind of a daily update, like if Andrew McCabe is testifying in 20 minutes, which he is, and I think PBS has the link. They want to know about that. They want to know the questions to send to Senator Grassley and so forth. There are other folks that watch the series and like that kind of methodical building of the case, more the long term, the evidence and so forth. They like that building of the evidence and quotations and sources and citations. So this is for those folks. I met two folks last night who watched the series here in Pittsburgh. One's a person who's seen every video, and the other person's just starting at around day 82. So a lot of videos to go through. So what I try to do is address both audiences. There's the in-depth audience, and there's also more the casual viewer audience. So I try to do the first video of the day for the more casual viewer, and then I do all the subsequent videos for the folks who want the in-depth stuff. But everyone is saying, there's a few people saying, hey, Tahir Javid's getting off the hook here. You're focusing on the Awans, you're focusing on Anthony Weiner, you're focusing on Huma Abedin and the little spy system they had for the last 12 years, 16 years, whatever it is, 14 years, with the Blackberries, and, Tahir Javid's getting a free pass. We know Andrew McCabe will probably get a free pass today, that no one will probably mention the Awan brothers or even Anthony Weiner or the trusted staff, which obviously Imran has been a trusted staff since Anthony Weiner's been in Congress since 2004. But I just wanted to kind of show the rat line and other things. A lot of people have mentioned this is Tahir Javid's Sugarland Express. I believe this is another Mina airport. So basically, instead of flying into Mina a little bit to the north, they fly into Sugarland. They had helicopters at Mina to take it to Tyson's Chicken, to stuff the chickens with the cocaine. Not chicken chocaine, but chicken cocaine. Here I believe it's going to be Sugarland to Anahuac. Now, Anahuac, what's significant? Well, that Javid owns a 600-acre farm there, an animal farm there. Now, I think this is also going to be animal pharma. I think animal drugs are going to be coming in from Pakistan that are then going to be broken down into human drugs later on down the drug rat line. They're bringing in tranquilizers for elephants. We've seen a lot of overdoses where tranquilizers for elephants, carfentanil, have been cut multiple times with heroin, and a lot of deaths have resulted because they're using super powerful opioids, and they're not always perfect in how they're cut. So you're going to see that a lot in the nursing homes, because when people die in the nursing home, there's really not much in his hospice care and assisted care. People say, well, she was old or he was old. So not so much there. But when the 18, 19-year-olds die and then they're rushed to Riceland Hospital for their organs, that's when people tend to notice. And mainly over holiday weekends. I notice around the major holidays, Easter and Valentine's Day, when people are busy doing other things, Memorial Day coming up, 4th of July. That's typically when these big kill-offs happen, when people are kind of off doing other things and not watching the news. I've just noticed that. So I'm going to call that animal pharma now. I'm not trying to make fun of George Orwell's book here. I'm just trying to call the situation where you break a elephant tranquilizer down for 100 human doses. And I'm calling that animal pharma. Now, what he wanted to do also, this is the equivalent of the Tyson's chicken plant. Javid wanted to put in this plant they call, I think it's halal meat processing, or halal. I think it's halal, not halal. Sorry, halal meat processing that Muslims eat, and only they can only eat meat processed from a halal plant, I guess. So this is the Tyson's chicken. So I think there's the stuff's coming in here, and then it just goes up to Beaumont for processing. Now, they wanted to build an animal packing plant here. This goes back to the Delphi packing plant or the Evansdale packing plant. Packing plants are famous. Tyson's packing plant. They're famous for drug because you can put the drugs in there. The dogs bark at the meat truck, and everybody says, well, did you expect the dogs not to bark at the meat truck? But the residents of Anahuac refused to have his packing plant there, so they're going to move it over here to Port Arthur. So it's going to be a closer shot here. But it's the same reason. You want to pack this stuff so that as you transport it up the rat lines, no one, it doesn't get inspected and so forth. So I just wanted to give a quick overview. We're going to get back to this rat line in a little bit, Tahir Javid's rat line. Going to have a whole bunch of locations and distribution points to the north and to the east. But I just wanted to give a quick snapshot for the folks who are looking for kind of more evidence every day, in-depth evidence.